I like the fact that it was vague and kind of left people wondering a little bit.
How do you keep your clarity while writing the songs? Do you know?
I don't know. I think it's kind of one of those things when we write together where it's just like, it's so second nature now after all the years that we've been together that you just kind of go through, it's just like, you just do it, you know? It's like driving down the street. You're not always thinking about, you know, sometimes you find yourself just driving and then not really realizing that you're driving, you're just doing it. And that's kind of how it is with the songwriting thing. We just kind of do what we do. Everybody listens to, you know, each other's opinions. No, there's no one set writer, you know, as far as the music, you know. So it's a very much a democracy. So we all work together, I guess.
And lyric-wise, it's just you?
Lyric-wise, I do the lyrics. That's something that, it's always been that way.
Do you like it?
I love it, yeah. I mean, before I ever started playing music or singing, I wrote just to kind of like journal type stuff, just wrote what was on my mind. And that progressed into songwriting. So, and then songwriting progressed into being in a band and singing and all that sort of thing.
Last question about, I think for this interview. What about Frank? Was first, now you call it the Parlor Mob, but the album title is also a bit
vague.
Vague, yeah. And You Were a Cow.
Mm-hmm. And You Were a Crow.
Crow, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a lyric from When I Was an Orphan, the song. It's number 6 on the record, I think. So When I Was an Orphan and You Were a Crow.
Okay. And
the crow is used in the record very much, like the Carnival of Crows is like as a metaphor for different things at different times, you know. So it kind of ties into that.
Okay. No, I don't know the metaphor, so that's why I asked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why specifically then this line? Is it?
It just kind of seemed to sum up the whole record. Like it tied in with a couple different songs. Like there's a song called Angry Young Girl that says, you know, you're an eagle, you will crow. You know, there's like a bunch of different crow lyrics in the record, like on like 3 or 4 songs. And that was just the one that kind of sounded the nice and kind of just, I like the fact that it was vague and kind of left people wondering a little bit because it just makes people think, makes people want to kind of like, I don't know.
What do you think then of the animal, the crow?
I just thought for me, it's a reoccurring metaphor kind of as like a scavenger, you know, or as something cunning. You know, it's different things, different songs.
No, but if you look back then on your lyrics and you can say, hey, I use that word often. Now, don't you think about it then? I think, well, how come I use this word? How come I use this animal as a metaphor? Do you think about it that way, or?
Well, I guess when I think of a crow, a lot of times I think of like a murder of crows, like attacking at a corpse, or like, you know, just kind of that scavenger type of vibe to it, you know, which is, I think, how it gets used predominantly throughout the record, very much in the scavenger way. But I don't necessarily think that they're always a negative animal. I mean, they have positive aspects too. They're very smart and cunning, but it's just kind of a loose thing. It's kind of one of those things where it's open. A lot of times when I like with lyrics or whatever, you end up trying to figure out what they mean after the fact, you know, because a lot of times it comes stream of consciousness very quick, and then it's like, that sounds nice and it feels right, and then you end up, you know, years down the line, months down the line, listening to it and being like, that's what I meant, you know, because it's not always that deliberate what every single word means, you know, not that it doesn't have meaning, but it's like, it kind of just comes out, you know.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.